Sean Diddy Combs is on trial in NYC. Daily updates from inside the courtroom.
The trial of Sean Diddy Combs began in New York City on May 5 following his September 2024 arrest on charges of sex trafficking, racketeering conspiracy, and transportation to engage in prostitution. The process began with jury selection, which was finalized on May 12 before opening arguments started that same day. Diddy, 55, has pleaded not guilty to all charges and denied the allegations against him. The music mogul appeared in court as jury selection started, wearing a sweater over a white-collared shirt with gray pants, per the Associated Press. Judge Arun Subramanian previously said that Diddy could wear casual clothing for the duration of the trial rather than his jail uniform. Before voir dire, preliminary juror examinations began, Diddy turned down a plea deal, which might have shortened his potential prison sentence if he agreed to plead guilty. When the judge asked him on May 1 if he rejected the prosecution's offer, Diddy replied, "Yes, I do." Diddy was arrested last year after numerous accusers came forward with allegations of sexual assault. In November 2023, his ex-girlfriend Cassie filed a lawsuit against him, alleging that he sexually and physically abused her during their relationship, which lasted off and on from 2007 to 2018. Diddy denied her claims, and the duo settled out of court one day later. In May 2024, CNN published a surveillance video from 2016 that showed Diddy kicking and grabbing Cassie, now 38, in a hotel. The rapper later apologized in an Instagram video, saying, "My behavior on that video is inexcusable. I take full responsibility for my actions in that video. I was disgusted then when I did it. I'm disgusted now. I'm not asking for forgiveness. I'm truly sorry." In April, prosecutors filed a motion saying that the person mentioned in the indictment under the alias Victim 1 would be testifying under her own name. Multiple outlets reported at the time that Victim 1 is Cassie, but she has not publicly confirmed her involvement in the trial. Keep scrolling for daily updates from inside the courtroom.
May 5th. As jury selection began, the judge opened with a joke about Diddy's numerous nicknames and quipped that the list of potential jurors is as long as the famously extensive Lord of the Rings novels. U.S. Weekly can confirm several potential jurors said about the CNN video that showed Diddy hitting Cassie in 2016 while they were still dating. One woman described a still image from the video as damning evidence and was removed from consideration. At one point, Diddy also requested a bathroom break, per the AP, telling the judge, "I'm sorry, Your Honor, I'm a little nervous today." Multiple celebrities were named as people who might be mentioned during the trial, and potential jurors were asked to say whether they were familiar with them. Some of the names mentioned were Michael B. Jordan, Mike Myers, Kanye West, Kid Cudi, and Destiny's Child singer Michelle Williams, though it was not specified how they could be relevant to the proceedings. May 6th. As jury selection continued, the judge revised his line of questioning about celebrities, asking potential jurors whether they personally know them rather than if they're just familiar with their names. Throughout the day, the judge expressed frustration over receiving multiple prospective jurors with clear issues, leading to the dismissal of various people for a variety of reasons that included Crohn's disease, hearing problems, and one woman who described herself as a very sensitive person who once fainted at a teacher bringing up the topic of oral sex. May 7th. During jury selection, one potential juror explained the concept of doom scrolling to the judge, who replied, "I don't really use social media." May 9th. Agnifilo said in court that the defense team plans to say Cassie was abusive toward Diddy during their relationship. He told the court, "I think we're probably going to refer to that as domestic violence." The judge then indicated that he would decide on May 12th whether allegations of domestic violence will be admissible during the trial. Cassie's lawyer did not respond to a request for comment. May 12th. After the jury was finalized, both sides delivered their opening statements, which revealed that allegations by Cassie and an unnamed Jane Doe will be the focus of the case. "This is Sean Combs," Assistant U.S. Attorney Emily Johnson began. "But there is another side to him, a side that ran a criminal enterprise, but he didn't do it alone." The prosecution alleged that Diddy once brutally beat Cassie after allegedly finding out she'd been seeing another man, and threatened her with videos of her having sex with other men. That's not the only time he kidnapped someone. That's not the first girlfriend he sexually assaulted. Johnson went on to claim that Diddy's bodyguards and chief of staff committed crimes together, and they covered up those crimes, adding, "This case is not about a celebrity's private sexual choices." She later addressed Diddy's now infamous freak-offs, claiming they happened as often as once a week and took place over multiple days at a time. According to Johnson, Cassie once overdosed at a freak-off where a sex worker urinated in her mouth. She tried the first freak-off because she loved the defendant and wanted to make him happy. Jane Doe, meanwhile, allegedly believed the freak-off she attended was a one-time wild night. What will the jury think of these allegations? Follow New York Magazine's ongoing coverage of this trial. Subscribe.
After Johnson's statement, Diddy's attorney Tenny Garagos presented the defense's opening argument, saying Sean Combs is a complicated man, but this is not a complicated case. Garagos claimed no witness will be able to back up the government's racketeering charges because there was no racketeering conspiracy, but she admitted that her client has a history of violence. Sean Combs had a temper, and when he took drugs, he would get violent. My client is not proud of that. We take full responsibility that there is domestic violence in this case. Domestic violence is not sex trafficking. She added that the jury will hear about Diddy's love of baby oil before saying, "But is that a federal crime?" No. Garagos also addressed Cassie and Jane Doe's allegations, claiming every witness in this case had free choice to make the choices they made. After opening statements, two different witnesses testified. The first, Israel Flores, a former security guard at the Intercontinental Hotel in L.A., claimed he is the person who responded to a call about the alleged incident between Cassie and Diddy that was captured on surveillance video in 2016 and published by CNN in 2024. Flores testified that he found Diddy in a devilish skate, while Cassie allegedly looked scared. The second witness, Daniel Phillip, claimed he was hired to have sex with Cassie on multiple occasions while Diddy watched. Phillip claimed that he was paid anywhere from $700 to $5,000 or $6,000 to be intimate with Cassie while Diddy was present and always sitting in a corner masturbating. Phillip also claimed that Diddy recorded these alleged sexual encounters on his phone once or twice and took a photo of Phillip's driver's license. "It's just for insurance, just in case," Phillip alleged Diddy told him, adding, "I understood it to mean that he was threatening me."
May 13th. The day began with details of the alleged and infamous freak-off parties, with the prosecution claiming there would be approximately 10 bottles of baby oil used per party and the use of strong-smelling candles. Phillip continued his testimony before Cassie took the stand. The singer began by describing her relationship with Diddy, claiming that it was marked by violence. She alleged that the rapper controlled a lot of her life, would videotape her during sexual encounters for blackmail and more. She discussed in detail the alleged freak-offs, which she began attending at age 22, sharing that she would take drugs like weed, mushrooms, GHB, ketamine, and ecstasy to stay disconnected from the experience. She claimed she was expected to have freak-offs on my period, noting that these parties would make her feel dirty, but she was glad to make Diddy, who she claimed was in control and directed the encounters, happy. She recalled that she choked while being urinated on by 2 male escorts who were allegedly found on Craigslist. Cassie also detailed her music career, claiming that she often felt stifled by Diddy's control over her work. May 14th. The third day of the trial was entirely spent on testimony given by Cassie, who was questioned by the prosecution on everything from her relationship with Kid Cudi to the defense's claims that she physically abused Diddy too. While she admitted that she sometimes initiated physical fights with Diddy, she claimed that he was not injured during these incidents, whereas his alleged abuse left visible bruises on her. Throughout her testimony, she also discussed the hotel surveillance footage from 2016 and alleged that Diddy raped her near the end of their relationship. Near the end of the day, Cassie broke down while discussing the aftermath of her split from Diddy, saying she decided to attend trauma therapy and rehab for opiate addiction in 2023 because she didn't want to be alive anymore at that point. While filming a music video, she recalled having horrible flashbacks and suicidal ideation when she returned home to husband Alex Fine, whom she wed in 2019. "You can do this without me," she recalled telling her husband through tears. "You don't need me anymore." She then tried to walk out the door into traffic, but Fine managed to stop her. Cassie also addressed her 2023 settlement with Diddy, saying she was paid $20 million to settle her lawsuit. Before court ended for the day, she estimated she participated in hundreds of freak-offs during her relationship with Diddy. "I can't carry this anymore," Cassie told the court. "The shame, the guilt, I was guided to treat people like they were disposable. What's right is right, what's wrong is wrong. This is right." To be continued in the next video.